Oh hey there guys and girls. Yeah, as you can see here, BEX is now stripped. She has succumbed to the tin worm, to rust, to rot, to just general, corrosion. And yeah, this is the outcome. BEX has been stripped down. I now have bits of BEX littered everywhere. Down the garden and up here and everywhere. I've got the fun task of trying to cram it all into one shed, which is going to be interesting. Bonnet stub. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. Sorry about the wind noise, guys and girls. I've cut the scuttle out, of course that's in good condition, so I'll keep that. I think that's pretty much everything off the car. Some things I've not taken off, like the surround for the gear linkage. Sorry, the gear gaiter. The reason why I've not taken that off is because all the bolts underneath are sheared off, so not much use to me. Besides, they never really break. Could do with taking this off. The other side's a bit damaged, but I could take it off. I might do. We'll see. I know this one's got that thing missing, so I'll use it. Yeah, other than that, there's nothing much left to BEX, I'm afraid. It's all gone. One thing I've not taken off yet is the things on the doors. Yeah, even those, I'm even going to take them off. Just because, I've got the scrapyard coming to collect the car Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at about 2:30ish in the afternoon. Yeah, it's quite incredible that one of those is one of those. It's still impressively heavy, actually. I'm not sure the absolute weight of the thing, but yeah, interesting. Oh well. They said to me that they're not really going to give me anything for it because they've got to come and collect it, but I'm not too forced, to be honest. Yeah, that happens at the end of the day. If I was to cut it up and sell it to, if I had the facility to crush it myself and weigh it in myself, I'd probably get, I don't know, 60 quid for it. Yeah, I can't do that. We've got a trailer big enough, but it's so much of a pain in the backside to drag the trailer all the way from the bottom of the garden, bring it up the garden. I'm just not willing to do that, so it can stay like it is for now, and they can come and collect it. Easy peasy. I'm afraid easy for me at the moment, that's what I want. Rear axle's come off, I had to grind that off. Cannot for the life of me get these bits out, they are stuck in proper. They literally welded themselves in. Don't know how I'm going to get them out, but yeah, I've got a theory that if I heat up the bolt inside, or the shackle, just pull the bolt through, that should work. Hopefully hopefully not much heat will go onto the spring. That should work. Big blowtorch on it. I'm going to have a go at removing the leaf springs from the axle, just for storage purposes really. And the fact is that needs a leaf spring, because this one, it's got one of the plies, the leaf plies, this one at the back here, you can see it's snapped. And how good that's coming out, guys and girls. And if you look, there's only one leaf on the back, and on this one it has two leaves on the back. In fact, that's the back, that's the front, that's the back. You got this leaf here, and that's missing off this one because it snapped off. Yeah, fun stuff. So I've got to sort out what I'm doing with this one. Breaker bar on the nuts. They'll either shear or they won't, one of the two, and if they won't come undone they'll get ground off. No messing, I'm afraid. No messing. They'll come off one way or the other. And I must admit, if I ever replace them, they'll have stainless steel bolts go straight through. Because, you know, I'm sick of rusting bolts, and we've got plenty of stainless steel bolts, so it'll be stainless steels. Nice. That'll stop it from rusting on again. Yeah. Fun stuff, guys and girls. Alright then, guys and girls, I'll catch you all later. You all take care, and yeah. Peace out. Oh, hey guys and girls. Well then, here's one for you then. If you want to have a hard job, try getting the leaf springs off the axle of a Fiat Panda. In fact, you try and do that while it's on the car. That's going to be fun. I've got to do it on this side of this grey car. I think, yeah, 4 out of 8 bolts had sheared off, so is it 4? Yeah, I've got 4 bolts down there that are all relatively okay. I'm not going to reuse them, I'm going to put stainless steel through. But when these bolts shear, they shear instantly. It's not a slow shear, it's a snap and they're gone. That's it, straight sheared. They turn a little bit and then they go, so watch yourself, watch your knuckles. So I was shearing them off using a bit of bar and that thing. So I had that bit of bar on it and that breaker there. Straight bar thing, majingy. And I was shearing the bolts off with a spanner on the bottom. And it's still got a bolt stuck in it. And that was one I managed to get out. There we go. That's actually a spanner that I bent into shape to fit through the hole to tighten up the rear gearbox mount on the Fiat Panda. If you look back at one of my video logs on Talon, I can't remember which one it is now, but it's the one where I'm doing the pre-MOT inspection. And I've got the car in the pit, sorry, under the pit, in it. Wow, no thanks. Oh yeah, yep, another yawning video, I'm afraid. Yawning like crazy. So yeah, as you can see, we had to cut the things off. That was fun. So I've got to see about getting them out there somehow. I don't know yet. I don't know how I'm going to get the actual rubbers out. But I'll have to ask on Fiat Form, see what the guys say on there. They'll help me out. They're a good lot, them guys at Fiat Form. Really helpful bunch of people. You got a Fiat, I really recommend you visit them, because if you need some help, they'll know pretty much spot on what to do and where to get it. They're a great lot. Yeah, it's just nothing much really. I'm even tempted to put this axle on this Panda. I think we've got a storm coming, guys and girls, because the wind's picking up. Wind chimes are going mental. And it was lovely, belting sunny. Yeah, really, really sunny. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. Oh dear. So yeah, I've got a guy who's coming round to pick up the bull bars. Oh. I sold those, and I don't need them myself. I don't think I'll ever have another 4x4. Mind you, I say that, I probably will, but I'll try and source some when the time comes. For now, they're just going to be in the way, and I'm just not going to be able to use them on anything. But they're in good nick cosmetically. They're all straight. There's a bit of a rust hole in them down at the bottom down there. You can just see it. But it's been painted over, so it's an old one. Somebody has on the Fiat forum, both people on Fiat forum actually, is buying the stuff off me, has bought the doors off me, which is nice. The doors are not, relatively good condition. They're not broken anyway. They're rusty, but they look nice from the fronts, both of them. So that's good enough. I'll sell them with the glass. But I'm going to take out the panel, this guy, because I need the panels for my one. He said he didn't bother. They're just going on a standard 4x4, these doors are, but it's a shame they're just not the right colour. His ones are more lighter blue than that. But they're only temporary until he gets his doors fixed, so he only wants them for MOT, even though doors will pass an MOT if they rot them right through. So long as they don't flap around and cause a potential hazard, sharp object, then they'll be all right. Yeah, I've got to jet wash some things. I'm going to jet wash the sump guard because that's covered in oil and whatnot. Scuttle panel came off okay. I had to do a bit of pulling and yanking on the thing, but it came off. I put some dents in it, as you do. There's not much to the scuttle panels on these. It's just basically two bits of metal that come together and form the lip of the windscreen. And yeah, at the edges here, it's three pieces of metal that come together with a scuttle in the middle, which I have tried to cut as close as I possibly can. Yeah, it's just spot welded in, that is. It's the same for this side as well. See, this side will start to go on. Underneath this chewing gum crap that they fill the Panda with. Stop all the panels from rattling around. Yeah, that's good enough. So I had to cut through that one. Obviously it didn't need it, but it got cut through anyway. Sorry guys and girls, got hay fever. It's a curse, it is a big curse. So yeah, that's all well and nice. So that's how it would sit on the car. Sorry about the wind noise. There's a bit of I have nicked it with the angle grinder a bit, but it's nothing some paint can't fix. It's alright, that. It's good enough. It's a bit bent up here in the corner. That I can soon, and it's been nicked with the angle grinder as well. Whoops. But I can soon, repair that. That's not a problem. So yeah, besides, if this was to thingy, I'd probably only cut bits out of it, say where it snaps. So that's all I'd use it for. Oh, well, the old thingy, in case I needed it for another Panda. So that's all stuff for going down the garden. All this is to be stored in the shed or wherever. Exhaust pipe's relatively good. It's tired. I wouldn't say it's past its use by date just yet. It's still a couple of 100,000 miles. I wish. So I say there's probably another 20,000 miles in it. That might be pushing it, but if it were used every day, I reckon it would do another 20,000 miles, especially in the summertime. Wintertime you'd probably be asking a lot. But yeah, touching wood here. My one's not needed to be welded on my green Fiat Panda, and that has not been touched since I restored the car 2 years ago, so that's pretty good so far. Gearbox. Every gear on the gearbox does work, even reverse, so that's cool. It probably just squeals a bit or whines a bit or whatnot, I'm not sure. I won't know unless I get it on something and speed test it. So what I'll do is I'll stick a nice big motor on the shaft there, and then stick it in four-wheel drive mode, which it's in at the moment. You can see the thing spinning around. It's in four-wheel drive mode. It's catching the exhaust. It's a bit rumbly, but you can't tell unless it's unless you actually have it going up to speed. And what I'll do is I'll set it going up to I'll give it, say, 5,000 RPM input, on a motor with variable speed, and then I'll have a load on the end, a band around it or something to tighten it up so it's under load, and we'll see what the gears sound like when they're under load. Obviously I'll put oil in it first when I do that. I'll cover the caps up, the bearings up with something. Can't run it dry, that's not good. But I think it'll be alright. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a jet wash. And I may hand it over to a chap on Fiat Form who takes these things to bits for fun. And he can have a look at it for me. See what it looks like inside. I'll give him a couple of beer tokens for it. Look at the cat. at that guy. Yeah. Leaf springs appear to be in good condition. They are a bit rusty, but what do you expect on a car that's done 150,000 miles? You know, in all fairness, they probably need replacing anyway, but they'll do with spare springs just in case I snap one. Whew, dear me, it's knackered me up a bit, undoing them bolts. It's like you're on a big rowing machine when you do that. My brother's nicked the tyres off it. He stuck them on his Marbella because they're 155s and his Marbella's got 135s. In fact, this is the wheel off his Marbella. One of these things have got a puncture on them, that one there, so this has got a puncture on it. Oh yeah. Alright, okay then guys and girls, I'll catch you all later. Oh yeah, put the carburetor on this car eventually. Yeah, I'll catch you all in a bit. Alright then, peace out.